So I just crashed the Paramotor into the Gulf of America, and I'm not stoked about it. Tons of things led up to this moment, and if you're interested in finding out how I crashed this Paramotor, stay tuned. I'm restocking, and behind me is my 16-foot John boat called Too Legit, and I have my Paramotor attached. We're gonna drive to Mississippi for my family reunion and do some paramotoring on the Gulf Coast. School's out for the week. We're gonna say goodbye to my good friend Kelly and Nikki, and we're gonna hit the road. That time of year again.
That time of year.
Oh, it's too hot in Florida.
Gotta go home, baby. Much as I don't wanna. We'll be back in August.
August, we'll see you in August.
Fresh shave?
Yeah, I gotta shave.
Gotta get my ball on there.
All right, we're doing the same thing. Y'all have a good, safe trip.
Okay, buddy.
Later. We're loaded up. Bye, Nikki.
Where's he going?
I'm going to Mississippi.
Oh, are you taking a boat?
Yeah.
Oh, you're about to roll.
I'm about to put a paramotor in it too.
Oh, sick.
Okay.
So I got a little bit of work. I'm going to leave at 2 a.m.
Oh, okay.
or something like that. So putting the paramotor in that, taking it to Bay St. Louis, and we're going to go fly with some friends there. Get all my equipment out of here and load it up. Y'all have a safe trip back home.
Okay.
You ready to go? Or you want to stay here play for a little bit? Okay. Here we go. Got everything loaded up, strapped down. That one strap holding this paramotor. Oh, that's not going anywhere. Yep. We should be good. 10-hour drive. We're gonna start around midnight. Get there kind of early. All right.
Hey, I think I got her class.
All right. We gotta say goodbye.
I don't want to say goodbye.
We gotta go. We gotta get on the road. Aviator is behind us. We are on the road. It's a 10-hour drive. We're gonna start tonight at midnight, and then yeah, it's a solo mission. No wife, just the kids and I. Luckily, it's a family reunion, so someone will be able to watch the kids.
I want chocolate milk.
We'll get chocolate milk when we get to the house. And the goal is to fly the Gulf Coast with my friend Brennan, who has a boat in the marina.
Without something like apple juice.
We gotta still wait to the house, unfortunately. So, yep, the only prep that I did on the motor was to take the reserve off. Other than that, she's in the element, so gotta pay close attention to the rain along the way. It's summertime in Florida, so it's all around us at the moment. Yeah, beautiful sunshine, dark luminous clouds. We're not even a mile away from the airport, and yeah, we hit some rain. It's pretty heavy. So motor's getting absolutely destroyed. Fast forward, had a little snooze. It's midnight 30, and we're on the road. Quick little check on the boat before we hit the road on the interstate. Everything looks tight. We've got these amazing prop covers that we won from Bad Apples, so shout out to Bad Apples for providing those. Yeah, we hit a little bit of a rainstorm, but mostly this motor is water resistant, so we took off our reserve, which was my biggest concern, and basically that harness is already dry. We got the 40-volt Mustang loaded up. This is Olivia's new whip. That thing goes 12 miles an hour, and we have tons of fun stuff loaded, including the babies. So let's get back on the road. Next stop, Mississippi. This is our first fuel stop, just to check on things and to fill up. Still got a good bit of tension there, but we'll got one more. Oh, they got light in the sky, and we're still not out of Florida. I don't know about you guys, but I always stop at truck stops. In particular, I love my Pilot and Flying J's. Let's do a quick fit check. We got the 16-foot Aluma weld or all weld boat out of Arkansas, which I got after Katrina in college, brand new. So it's been with me since 2006. It's 2025, and that's a long time having a boat. This is a brand new 40 Yamaha 4-stroke supplied to me by B&L. My friend Nick McDonald owns that company out of North Louisiana, and he hooked it up. Wake skating machine. You can see they got board racks, a 1970s Chevy S10 roll bar or light bars mounted so that you can get a higher pull. And I got some kicker tower speakers mounted up there so we have music for the rider. And I got my Parajet Maverick version 1, and I was one of the first people to get it powder coated professionally. And I went with Rosie the Riveter look, and now we call her Rosie the Ripper after a little bit of an incident with my wing buddy Fairmont. If you know, you know. And we're powered by the Vitarazzi Moster 185. This is my 16-foot flat bottom boat. It has plastic floors now after 6 different plywood floors have been in this boat. And now, thanks to Summit Atlantic, previously owned by my buddy, may he rest in peace, Justin Mascott, CNC'd this floor himself, and him and I worked on that project together, and then it came out beautifully, so I won't ever have to change the flooring on this boat. So huge shout out to all the people that helped out, including Bobby Sutherland, who graciously gifted us a new winch after doing his, how many days in a row can I do a 3 shoves? So appreciate you, Bobby. Appreciate you, Justin. I love this setup. Comment below if you love this setup. Let's get rolling. All right, girls, you guys ready? Did the mosquito get you? All right, we got Planet Earth playing in the background. The kids are just absolutely mesmerized, and I'm loving the soundtrack. However, now that there's a light in the sky, I'm starting to see some really big buildup. I know we got 4 hours of travel time left, but that's the Gulf Coast to the left. That is south. We're heading west, so east is behind us. And yeah, we'll see what the weather's like. What's nice about where we're going is, you know, if it's flyable, you fly. If not, you go hang out with family. I mean, that's what I love about this sport is we can choose to fly. Paragliding, on the other hand, also you get to choose to fly, but you can't create your own lift. So in our parts of the United States of America, paramotoring is the most efficient. And in my life, I struggle and strive to be the most efficient person possible. Time is something you're never going to get back, so live life to the fullest and enjoy the moments that we have. So if we can't go fly, we got the boat, we got the power wheels, we've got other means of enjoyment. We're going to eventually meet up with my entire family. We're going to have an Airbnb complex with a with a pool in the middle of the courtyard, and all my cousins are going to be there with their kids, so it'll be a great time to share and spend moments together as a family. Now, a bit of a backstory. When I found water sports, it was my grandpa who took us out on the boat and taught us how to ride, along with my mom, of course, and instilled in me the passion that I have for water skiing. And he, my grandfather, was also the person that had RC control line airplanes hanging in his garage, and it just captured my imagination. I always just found myself daydreaming about airplanes, drawing airplanes as a kid. And he took me to my first RC flying field at a very young age. So I credit my grandpa with a lot of my core values, my passions, and things that excite me, and you know, how I live my life. I'm a Boy Scout and Eagle Scout. I try to do unto others as I would like to be treated. And also I check my oil and all my different mechanical things, and that's all because of him. So with that said, I've been having boating in my life since a very, very young age, and aviation, but more so recently have I seen an ability to get into the sky easier, especially with paramotoring. I went to college, I got my pilot's license, and I love flying general aviation, but it wasn't something that I could easily share with others. I was thinking about making it a career, however, it just never worked out with the market when I was in college. So unfortunately, it didn't work out, or fortunately, because I absolutely love what I'm doing, filming and providing content for the next generation to get inspired to fly, which that's what I'm all about. That's why I love drones and accessible aviation. It's anything that we can inspire the youth to get into aviation. Flying with kids is a little bit more challenging. I couldn't do it had I been on this trip absolutely solo, but my family will be there to watch the kids on occasions when I can make a trip out to the beach and go fly my paramotor. So I brought it. If I can use it, great. If the weather turns to trash or timing just doesn't work out with babysitters, well, then that's something that I'm just gonna have to take an L on. You know, it didn't cost me any extra money to take this paramotor on this trip, and the opportunities for adventure were plentiful. So I like that this form of aviation, you could just throw it in the back of the car, travel across the country, and fly in a unique new area with others, potentially. So if you are considering getting into this form of aviation and you're thinking, well, what about the safety? What about the accessibility? What's nice, you know, I came from flying Cessna 152s, and if I wanted to fly in Moab, I'd have to travel across the country with a Cessna, which would take a lot of money and a lot of time and have probably a bunch of hurdles to jump over. But with a paramotor, you just throw it in the truck and you fly in different places along the way and meet new people along the journey. So the safety aspect of fixed wing versus flex wing is very similar in the manner that you are the pilot in command. You have to make the decisions of when to fly and when not to fly. So if you fly in trash conditions, it doesn't matter what airplane you're in, whether it's fixed wing, whether it's flex wing like a paramotor, if you get yourself into trouble, they're both coming down. It's gravity. So just be a smart pilot, take the necessary precautions. A hot air balloonist pilot once told me, taking off is optional, landing is mandatory. That is one of the most insightful phrases ever said to me in aviation. So if you are a family man or woman and you've got your offspring to contend, or you know, and obviously it's in your forefront of your mind, know that this can be a safe, viable option of flying. And hopefully I can portray just how accessible and versatile the sport can be in this video. So back to looking at the weather, we got huge cumulus clouds up to the south over there, and big towering ones way out in the distance further out west. So we'll just keep an eye out on that and make a decision when we get closer. And it just might be that we push it to another day, which would allow me some time to rest and recoup some energy levels, because there's plenty of safety hazards in aviation. Machoism, the whole, you know, mindset, this will never happen to me, you know, complacency, fatigue. So fatigue being lack of sleep, stress, all that weighs in on a safety profile, which you can learn if you take the proper steps in learning how to fly paramotors. Here's another beautiful shot of those cumulus clouds as they start to build up with the heat of the day. Just giving you an update as we get closer. I just hope we make it there before the rain starts so I can put my motor away. But I doubt that. I think we might get wet. Also, one of my favorite ways to see if the wind is blowing or not is water. And it's absolutely still. Man, if you're a water skier, early morning is also your favorite time to go water skiing. That is some butter. All right, got a rainbow, and that usually signifies rain. And sure enough, we've got rain. There's that big old cloud. We'll see how long this lasts. Yeah, that rain shower barely lasted 3 minutes, so that's nice. And look what we have here, sweet home Alabama. We made it to Alabama, y'all. One step closer to our destination, and clouds are still above us, but they look a little happier. 4th of July is coming up, and I stopped at this massive fireworks store warehouse to see if they got a Gatling gun Roman candle for my homies. But they don't open till 9. All right, so here's the update. Brennan and I spoke about it, and we see a cell on the radar moving through South Louisiana right now, moving kind of in this general direction, and we decided that it's probably safe. It's better to be safe than sorry and just let that diminish or pass through, and then we're gonna try to maybe get a little flight in after that cell dissipates, but it may linger, may turn into an all-day para-waiting, but with so many friends in town, I'm going to spend this time catching up with my friend Kevin, who built my 1965 Mustang, and see what he's working on. Yeah, the clouds don't look bad now, but just around the corner, we're seeing some big activity. Looking at that radar, it's pretty... I would say irresponsible to try to go and fly, especially no sleep or very little sleep. And randomly on the Paramotor Facebook group, someone had said, as a father of 2, how safe is paramotoring? Is it something that I should get into? And weirdly enough, I wanted to make this video to explain to parents that this could be a safe thing. And right away I'm faced with the hard decision of, do you chance it? I obviously sitting in the car for 10 hours, I want to go and hang out in the sky, but all the warning signs are just going off, all the red lights, beep, beep. No sleep, bad weather, my family's not even in town yet to watch the kids, so it would be reckless as an understatement. So we'll just go hang out, we'll scrub this launch, we'll find some family that's in town a little early, go hang out with them maybe, or maybe go hang out with my buddy Kevin. Hello.
Hello.
What up? I like those yellow boots.
Thank you.
Y'all going for a little bike ride? Well, that sounds...
We're probably gonna turn around.
Hello. So I'm gonna get out. One fixing.
What do you think?
Is that one fixing?
Yep, Kevin's
Mixing it up.
working on it.
It's hot.
It was gray, and now it's cut and buffed. Like a dark cherry. That's wild how it goes from that to that. So cool. So cool. All right, we just got to Kevin's house. What up, Callie? Now we're just gonna kind of see what he's up to. He's building this 65, and then probably go swimming or go ride bikes. You want to drive the fast Mustang? Yeah, definitely gotta drive the fast Power Wheels Mustang. Let's see what that does. All right, we just gotta get this motor out before this rain comes.
The clutch system, the brake system.
Whew. Tight fit. Yeah, everything's a little bit at a time.
All the stuff's in there, it's all painted, like trap door and glove box and all this stuff. I just gotta take some time to put stuff together.
I love the working brake ducts. You're gonna be so cool.
Got my freaking piece of.
What is this? Jamming.
How am I gonna do this? Frank, how you go and drive with us?
Four-wheel drive. His front tires are working. All right, for Callie's birthday, she got a zip line. And it goes all the way to that tree. And here she goes. Callie, you ready?
I don't know how to turn like
It's on, so just take it nice and easy.
How do I slow
You can go left.
How do I slow it?
It's just you just kind of barely press the throttle. Oh, that thing steps out. It went out again? Oh, what is going on? Hop out real quick. Like with any Mustang, just break it, fix it, break it, fix it. And I think the wiring is needing to be a little thicker now. So we're gonna keep an eye on the headlights, and we're gonna warm up this battery right quick and see if we can make it around the block. Yeah. So we got Olivia in the four-wheel drive truck, in the golf cart, and then the fast Mustang, the 40 volt. Ready to hit it? Hit it. Let's see what you got. All right, we gotta make sure that we don't leave Olivia too far behind. Needless to say, I don't think I'm flying today. Had a nice little nap though. Babies were back in the car, going to the family reunion, and we'll see what tomorrow has to offer. Totally caught a little nap. Brennan just hit me up. He's gonna go for a 10-minute flight, check out this weather. Everything's cleared up out of the area, and it's beautiful blue skies and no big cumulus in the area, so winds are nil, and it's gonna be a good beach flight. All right, drop the motor off down by the marina. Now it's time to cruise through town on the one wheel and meet our boy Brennan. The quaint little town of Bay St. Louis. Let me just not eat on the one. I don't know, I did the update and it barks at me quite a lot. This is our LZ right up here. How do you get down there? I just stairs, nice. Yeah. What up?
What's up, man?
Hey,
What's going on?
we're out here.
Good to see you.
Sweet. Yeah.
Welcome to the Bay.
Yes, I was kind of like doing this whole vlog all the way here about like we paramotor, but we got all these other fun activities. You got your yacht, your
little boat,
cabin cruiser,
modest little boat.
and then how do we make time for paramotoring? So we were out here, we did it the safe way, we let the storm pass through. Look at this beautiful weather.
I know, it turned out so nice. I'm glad we got a quick flight in today, and we can fly all day tomorrow. The weather's supposed to be clear. We got a few people coming in town, and it's gonna be awesome. Have a big group tomorrow.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, I gotta get my stuff built. Got greedy. Got greedy.
Recording started. Enjoy flight.
So what do we got? What's the damage report?
Man, I think you just got a little bendy. Bendy right here. That we can pop that right back out.
A little Humpty Dumpty action there.
Something.
I definitely want to rinse this off.
I think it's better condition.
My
Queen.
God,
Oh, no.
the air box.
Oh no.
I'm sure she got a little drink in there, so
Well, it's okay. It's still attached.
yeah, it's still attached,
But
but
with Raji puts in the air box.
I'll have to put some pressed water, I think, pull the spark plug, run
And
pressed
the
water
plug,
through it, yeah, as soon as possible.
I've got oil in my truck if you just want to put straight oil in there.
Yeah. Don't think about it too much. We're gonna watch my boy Brennan take off from his home LZ, which what I should have done in the first place was let him take off first. Absolutely Oh, there's a little bit of wind out there coming from offshore. Come on in. That's what my wing did. Oh, come on. Wow. Made it happen. So basically I did that exact same thing, but I had a cravat on my left side. And I jumped in the sea way too early. The wing was not ready to fly. I didn't have enough airspeed. The wind coming from the water was strong, but not strong enough to keep me afloat and basically land in the water. But that wasn't the only factor. I had little sleep, no energy. My mental capacity to troubleshoot or OODA loop, you know, maybe get under the wing, walk towards the water, kite it back on to the land and do a crosswind takeoff. Should have been the option, but lack of skills. Man, but Brennan, he almost did the same exact thing that I did, but he's enjoying some altitude adjustment, so good for him. He said he was a little worried flying that small glider because this is a size down than what he's used to. Oh dang, a little motor sputter there in one of those high G turns. Oh my gosh, I blew it today, guys. I have to get my wing dried out, get home. I'm gonna wash it out with fresh water as soon as possible. Obviously the air box, I realized that came off. I'm gonna pull the spark plug, run some fresh water through it as soon as possible with the spark plug out, clean it out, maybe put some oil in it like Brennan suggested, but rookie mistake. That motor sounds like it's not too happy. Oh. Kinda jealous. And yeah, I had all the warnings to say, hey Reese, you probably shouldn't fly today, but when your buddy goes out and it's beautiful outside, what are you gonna do? You gotta sit it out. You gotta have the mental strength to say, you know what, no man, tomorrow I'm here all weekend, we got plenty of time, the motor is in a good spot. Now it's not in a good spot, neither is the wing. And yeah, I definitely won't fly the rest of the week and just enjoy the family time. Be fortunate that I walked away with it with as little injuries and to the equipment, no injuries on myself. Totally fine. Mentally stable now, you know, got refreshed. It was hot starting the day. Now I'm nice and cooled off. But just get a little paramotor show. Big balloon. Oh, the wind is like directly blowing on my neck right now, which is exactly the wrong direction of what we took off in. Like he could land that direction if he wanted to. Back on the ground. Now I gotta go get the truck. Yeah, I don't know if this audio is even working on this phone because it definitely got baptized in the Gulf of America.
Oh, man.
Hey, that was some good ripping on that, was it a small Baja?
This is a extra small. I picked it up at a fly-in last weekend. It's a little hot, but
Hey, talk to
it's
me
fine.
about that takeoff. You did exactly what I did, but you got away with murder.
yeah, it's you know, after watching his and we just got a dead wind, backdraft, it got weird. So I just made my best effort to kind of hook right, stay a little crosswind.
Yeah.
And it kept, if you can tell, I mean, it was trying to yank me right toward that water, and I was forcing it the other way. So
Did the same
would not
exact-
recommend.
Did the same exact thing, but I didn't coax it enough down the beach line.
It was tough.
And I gave into it. I gave into the crosswind, and
Yeah.
you didn't.
I had a lesson learned. I got to learn my lesson the easy way. So
Oh, and this is a lesson to everyone. Obviously, I talked about all the different fatigues and stuff that I was going through mentally that I should not have flown. But also, new LZ, don't go first.
Yeah.
You know, let the local pilot go first.
and this is a tough LZ to begin with. I mean, you got a 50, 60 foot stretch and you're up. Now, typically you got a solid 12 mile per hour, 13 mile per hour headwind, and you just float right up here. You get to play angel, closest you can get to playing with God. It's a fun thing. But,
It is.
But this is just a weird day. I mean, you can tell we're drenched in sweat. It's hot. The air's still, but had to do it for Reese. Had to go out, get a little good time in,
Yeah.
you know, and just show him what we're doing here on the Mississippi coast. And welcome back.
Yep.
You know, this is your old stomping ground. so-
Definitely. I'm just an hour away from my house in New Orleans, so it's cool that you also from Louisiana
Yeah.
come over, and now I get to spend the rest of the time dedicated to family.
You know, yeah.
Well, thanks for having me out here.
Absolutely, man. I'm glad you showed up, and see you on the boat.
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah, definitely
Your
gonna
little
have
cruise, little pleasure cruise after all that.
We're gonna need some relaxation on the boat.
Absolutely.
But don't do what I did. If you like this content, paramotor content, go ahead and sub because we've got a lot more lessons learned coming up. All right. See ya.
Yep.
All right, I'm on my way back to get the truck, and I'm still just debriefing my own self because there's a lot of things that I missed along the way. Like, I got kicked out of the marina trying to park my truck and boat there because I mistakenly thought that's where Brennan wanted me to park because I didn't take the time to look at the text message correctly. So those are the little things that you got to pay attention to. It's just all these little misses. I mean, I saw right before takeoff Brennan's wing get blown over, like he said. It got rolled over from the back. But the inflation was good. It came up fine. That cravat on my left side was really troubling me. And you can see in Brennan's launch how it just kites straight towards the water. And I just didn't have the manpower and the skills to kite it down the beach to do a bit of a crosswind takeoff. So that's on me. Another thing I was worried about was my expensive one wheel was going to be left unattended on this flight. It was just one more thing having me worried about something other than my takeoff. There's the truck. Let's get in it, pick up this motor. Yeah, I know look, I just put the car in reverse. Just need to slow down, guys. Just need to slow down. And people are, always concerned about putting crashes on the internet. It makes the sport look scary. It makes it, less appealing to others, and we want to help grow the sport. So, it's not ideal what I did, but if that was the worst that happened, a bent prop, bent cage, broke prop, what have you, I'm thankful for the experience. Reality check that I still suck. Huge shout out to Brennan for coming out and help me with the wing, get out of the water. It's pretty remarkable how heavy that fabric gets in water. I can only imagine if that wraps around you and you're trying to swim. You dodged a bullet there, and we'll go talk to Brennan and see how his landing went. After some further investigation, we think that the motor wasn't even submerged, so we're gonna go ahead and try to get it started, just see if it runs. It's a good sign. Because like you said, it barely went in the water. We were in 1.5 feet of water.
Good to go.
I think we're good to go.
Let's dry your wing out and get you in the air, huh?
Get some salt away on that motor and we're good to go for tomorrow. Just thought of another thing that I missed because I rushed out the door when Brennan called me to go fly. It was I had unpacked everything at the Airbnb with the family, and I didn't have my selfie stick with Insta360. And I was kind of like, oh, man, you know, I'm the filmmaker. I'm supposed to be on this film trip. I don't have my stick. I got the camera. So another missed item. Oh, Humpty Dumpty's back at home. Got a little bent cage there, but I was able to get, because I knew I was taking the boat to salt water, I got some of the salt away, and it hooks into the hose system. So I went ahead and sprayed my motor down with salt away to keep the corrosion off of it. Didn't tell my mom yet that it had crashed, but we'll tell her in a little bit. And then sprayed the wing down as well, but the sun's setting, so gotta keep chasing the shade or chasing the sun. All right, there's the wing. I just had it draped all night across this fence, and the sun has now dried it. And I went ahead and hung it upside down and got all the sand out of it. I would say that one of the biggest takeaways that my mind was already in the sky too. I was already thinking about like the complexity of the flight, how I knew that I didn't have paramotor floats and that I would probably have to go really high across the bay. I was thinking about my possessions on the ground. Before I was even in the air, I was thinking about the flight. So more focus needed to happen on the takeoff itself rather than worrying about the next step, you know, just thinking too far ahead, not focusing on the present. So yeah, not thinking of the current situation and getting a step ahead can take away so much from these learning opportunities, and thankfully that's all it was a learning opportunity.
The rest of the weekend I spent hanging out by the pool, being thankful to have the opportunity to share the things I love and care about with others. Who says you can't have your cake and eat it too? Stay tuned for part 2, where we celebrate all of the July birthdays, hang out at the Airbnb, teach kids how to drive the Power Wheels, and let loose in Bay St. Louis. See you next time.